take a look at this little blast from the past. This is a Ricoh RDC-2 digital still camera from 1996. This camera was sold as a bundle, and it came in a variety of different bundles at the time. You could buy it with or without the optional LCD screen. It also came as one of the bundle packs included a small card-sized remote control. There was a better version of this camera that actually would shoot digital video as well. I was intrigued by this particular camera. I got it for $5 at Savers, and as soon as I saw the box and saw the picture on it, I'm like, ooh, I gotta have that. That would make a great video. And here we are. But anyway, I've played with it a little bit to, kind of test it out and see what it can do, and I think I'm ready to show you guys as well. So before we open the box, we'll talk about what it comes with, and believe it or not, everything that came in this package when it was new is still in the package. That's a rare find. So let's take a look. Alright, on the box, it came with a digital camera with optional LCD screen. That's a biggie right there. That LCD screen would have normally cost additional money to have. Earlier digital cameras didn't always have the LCD screens. Many of them just used a viewfinder and a little LCD status indicator. That's pretty much all you needed. Came with instruction manuals, software to install for Windows and Mac, a serial cable with a Macintosh adapter, Macintosh serial adapter. We've got a video cable, a wrist strap or lanyard, a soft padded case, and that's pretty much it. Optionally, you could have gotten the accessory kit, which included a better case with memory cards. Now this used PCM-CIA memory cards, which were very common in the mid-90s. Not so common anymore. They ranged in size from 5 megabytes to 20 megabytes that were available for the camera. But I do know for a fact that they made them up to several hundred megabytes outside of the Ricoh kingdom. And I actually had a couple of them myself many years ago. I don't have them anymore, but that's sad. But don't fret if you don't have an ATA PCM-CIA memory card. You can still use the onboard 2 megabytes of memory, which is, believe it or not, can store up to 7 pictures in high quality mode. That shadow that you're seeing is my chicken. I call it a chicken. It's not really a chicken, but it just sits there and drinks. It's a drinking bird toy. Buy your own at drinkingbirdtoy.com. Actually, no, I don't know if that's a real website. Alrighty, let's take a look at the system requirements here. But first, we'll look at the specs, which are on the box here, printed, for all of us to see. Shutter speed, whoa. I believe that's 1/8 of a second or 1/1000th of a second. Recording speed, or format, sorry. JEIDA DSC 68 pin, what the hell? Recording format, JEIDA. Anyway. Video signal NTSC 420 lines, 768 by 576 pixel resolution, max. 2 megs of RAM, built-in ATA Type 1 or Type 2 memory card slot. 1/4 inch CCD, 410,000 pixels, 24-bit color. Lens, focal 3.7. See, I need to get better. I need to learn more camera terminology so I can actually read this off and understand what it is. 35mm lens. CCD autofocus, 1 centimeter to infinity. That's the focusing length, I know that much. automatic exposure, automatic white balance. 1.8-inch LCD monitor to view the pictures after you've taken them, or you can actually set it to live mode and view in real time what the camera sees. 10-second transmission time per image. I believe that is actually the amount of time it takes to process the image in the camera. No, I'm sorry, that is the amount of time it takes to send the image to the computer. 10 seconds over the serial connection. And it does take 4 standard AA batteries. Now, for all you've been wanting to see this camera, I'm sure, let's take a look at it. And the contents of the box. We have, firstly, we have a video cassette, which I may or may not add to this film. This is a video cassette telling you all about the camera, how to use it. You know what? What the hell? If you guys stick around, watch this whole video, I'll play this. Okay? Sound like a deal? Alright. You got it. Floppy disk software loaded on 3.5-inch floppy disk. This is the Macintosh version of the software, which has never been opened. We have a Belkin. This is actually an adapter to convert the 9-pin serial to Macintosh. Yeah. Okay, that's never been opened. So obviously it was used with a Windows machine. This is our serial transfer cable. That's the camera connector. If this cable had ever been lost, the camera would become useless permanently. So let's never lose that, shall we? Windows software, which is already preloaded on my compact LTE. Here's the camera in the padded case. Video cable. This is the owner's manual for the camera itself. This is the Photo Studio owner's manual, user's manual for Windows and Macintosh. This is the owner's manual for the optional LCD display. And I think that's it. Oh, we have one more thing, which I'll go over in a minute. This is actually the blanking plate. If the camera does not have the LCD screen attached, you can affix this over the connector to protect the contacts. This camera retailed brand new for roughly $600 in 1996, which, if I do say so myself, was incredibly cheap. You gotta figure, even today, a $600 camera is entirely within the realm of doable. So here we are, the camera with the LCD screen attached. Now, if we look it over here, we'll look at the side, the fronts, and all that. Okay, this is the memory card eject switch. This is the power button, play or record mode. We have, sorry, my digital camera doesn't focus very well. PC card or internal memory. One thing this camera supports, which is a little unusual, is that it can transfer images from the internal memory to the PC card memory. I don't know of any cameras that do that. I'm sure some do, but even today it's not really a common feature. You either do one or the other. And this is the memory card door. PCM CIA slot here. Transfer cable goes here. Video cable goes here. Optional power adapter goes here. And this is the format memory card button right here. Pretty well made camera. I mean, it feels, to be of decent quality, even for the time period. This is the viewfinder. You can actually see through it. This camera doesn't focus very well, I apologize. Battery compartment right here. Lanyard. Open up the optional LCD screen and you can see the control panel. So, common to many digital cameras of that time period, because they hadn't really established, you know, a standard format for the layout of the cameras. So this one here, you hold like this. Okay, so you're actually facing the LCD viewfinder or the built-in viewfinder, and you're holding it kind of like that. So here's the front of the camera. Pretty utilitarian design. Now let's see what it looks like without the LCD screen attached. Now if you were to buy the base model version, this is how you would get it. Okay, LCD comes off, and there you have the base model Ricoh RDC-2. Pretty simple. The only difference being you can't preview the images. You can still delete them. You can still go through and erase images, but you just can't view what you're erasing. You have to kind of know what order you shot them in. The thing is in absolutely amazing condition, almost like it was only used a couple of times. I do know that cameras like this were very popular for early web designers, because you could just shoot and upload straight to the internet, to your website. They were very popular with real estate agents during the very early digital age. This is actually a pretty good camera if you're shooting low quality images for a newspaper. If you're a reporter and you need a quicker turnaround than having the images developed, this would be an excellent choice. And some cutting edge households had, the funds available to buy such toys as this. The image quality is not excellent. I actually give you guys an opportunity to see what the images look like. So we're going to start off by shooting a couple of test photos. We're going to turn it on. You'll notice that the LCD screen didn't come on by default. That's perfectly normal. What you have to do is press the live button, and that turns it on. So the intention is, for the most part, to conserve battery power. You would use the built-in viewfinder at all times. But let's just shoot a couple of images and see how they come out. You'll also notice this camera does not have a flash, nor does it have provisions for a flash. Let's shoot some outdoor shots here. Okay. Let's do this. See how long it took to shoot that image? Took a while. Now, in good lighting conditions, the automatic slow shutter does not engage. But if I were to switch to a low light condition, like an indoor shot, the low light indicator should come on. There we go. Yeah, slow shutter. There it is. Yeah. Let's try to get a photo of our friend the frog. Here we go. Nice. It does have a mechanical shutter. I can hear it clicking away. It also has mechanical focusing control, a mechanical focusing lens, which is pretty cool. Let's get a nice shot of the mountain. Can you guys see that? It's really out of focus on this end. It came up pure white. I wonder why that is. Let's try that again. That came out okay. Let's try a few more. I'm going to fill up the memory card. I'm going to store all, or use up all 7 slots. Get a picture of the grill. Nice. And let's see, I got 2 more puffy clouds. And there we go. One more. I have 0 shots left. Now it's beeping at me. Cool. Alright, so now that we've used up all the available memory, the LCD screen has turned itself off. Now we can go back and preview the images we took, or review, sorry. We're going to review the images we have just taken. So let's do that. We're going to switch it over to play mode, which automatically closes the lens cover. It's a sliding door. And there we go. Let's take a look at what we got. We got a total of 10 photos. Let's try to get the camera to focus on this. Nice puffy clouds. Grill. They are not in focus on this camera, so it's not focusing very well on the display. So got a couple of photos there to look at. These were taken yesterday. Last night, actually. I took some pictures last night with it. This is the second time I've made this video, so I thought I deleted those off, but I guess I didn't. So we somehow managed to squeeze 10 pictures on this baby. On this buddy. Anyway, don't mind me. Now let's get our transfer cable hooked up. I'm going to show you just how easy it is to transfer images to a Windows 95 laptop. I'm not sure what other OSs this will work with. I would imagine it would do pretty well with Windows 2000. You know, I can't imagine there would be any compatibility issues. I can imagine it, but I wouldn't expect it. So let's open this up, plug the camera in to the computer. And then we're going to go to our high-end workstation, launch the software. Ricoh Photo Studio. There it is. And we're going to download Ricoh files from the RDC-2. It already picked up the camera for us. Pretty good at doing that. And we're going to download those right now. Save images as, we're going to do JPEG, just to keep everything compatible. Because I want to now transfer these images to my Mac so you guys can see them. I'm going to put them in the video. Alright, we see 10 frames. Now, see how I'm clicking this forward and back? It's saying current frame 2, 3, 4, etc. And I can't see a preview of what I'm looking at. But if I look at the camera, I am actually controlling it remotely with my laptop. So if I go back a frame, it does it right on. It actually shows me a preview of what those images are on the screen of the camera. So I'm just going to select all images. Okay, and then hit OK. And now what it's going to do is start the arduous process of transferring the images from the camera to my PC. This will take a while. A long while. This is one image that I'm transferring. So to put it into perspective. And it shows you on screen here, transmitting, and it gives you a countdown of bytes remaining. Kilobytes, actually. So let's stop the camera here and we'll let it do its thing and see what happens. Okay, we're done transferring those images. Now let's take a look at them. Here's the first one taken last night. I'm going to view this as full size. Not terrible. From a distance it looks okay, but right up to it, it looks pretty horrible. Let's take one that we just took a couple minutes ago. I'm going to view this full size. Now this is an outdoor shot of my grill. Not too bad. Really grainy, but acceptable. You know, I've seen worse. Let's take a look at the clouds, or the mountain view. Actual size. Get this out of my way here. Minimize that. There we go. Not too bad. Not too bad. So I'm going to transfer some of these over to a floppy disk, and then I'll put them in the video, because my Mac Pro actually has a floppy drive attached to it, like every MacBook Pro should. Oh, here's another one. I like this one. Let's view as actual size. Ambiguate that window there. This one's not terrible. I've seen worse, once again. I'm going to set this one as my desktop background. I wonder if I can just do that from here. Probably not. It probably has to be, you know, saved and all that. Cool. Not bad, though. It captures the image pretty well. So, what are we going to do now? Well, that's it. I pretty much showed you every feature it does. Tell you what we'll do. Let's watch that video, shall we?